Good evening, and welcome. Tonight, I invite you to close your eyes and drift gently back in time. Let your breathing slow, your body grow heavier, and your thoughts become soft, like candlelight flickering at dusk. We're about to step into the stillness of another age, the quiet world of 18th century Europe. A world where sleep was woven into the rhythms of nature, long before the buzz of electric lights and ticking clocks. In this calm, candlelit journey, you'll hear how people once prepared for sleep, what their bedrooms were like, the habits they held dear, and how the night unfolded in gentle, familiar ways. No need to remember. Just listen and drift. We'll begin at twilight. The year is 1765, and the sun is sinking slowly behind the hills of the countryside. The shadows stretch long across cobbled roads and thatched roof cottages, while soft candlelight begins to flicker in windows. In towns, bells ring from tall stone towers marking the end of the workday. In the countryside, farmers return home, their faces weathered and peaceful, hands calloused from the fields. Evenings in the 18th century moved gently, without urgency. There were no smartphones to check, no emails to answer, no glaring televisions or endless entertainment, only the steady turning of the day and the comforting rituals of winding down. Most homes had no clocks. Time was felt in the dimming of the light, the yawning of the children, the cooling of the air. Now let us step into one of these homes. The bedroom, though it might not be separate from the main room, is a sacred space. Simple and worn, yet comforting. The bed is often a wooden frame, handmade, with tall posts and a canopy. Beneath the canopy, heavy woolen blankets and feather-stuffed mattresses rest atop rope supports, stretched and tightened with a tool called a bed key. These ropes would sag with use, giving rise to the old phrase, "sleep tight." Linen sheets are changed only occasionally, as laundering is laborious. The scent of lavender sachets and dried herbs might fill the air, used to mask mustiness and repel insects. In wealthier homes, there may be curtains around the bed, not just for warmth, but for privacy, too. Sleeping was communal. Married couples often shared beds. In humbler homes, so did children, and even visiting guests. As the evening deepens, a quiet transformation takes place. Women unpin their hair and brush it slowly by the fire. Men remove stockings and waistcoats. Water in a ceramic basin is used for washing, faces and hands only. In colder months, a warming pan filled with hot coals may be swept across the sheets to banish the chill. Candles are snuffed one by one. Some kneel to say their prayers, their hands folded, their whispers soft. Others sit on the edge of the bed, rubbing cold feet, tucking in children. Chamber pots are placed nearby for the long night ahead. There's a stillness now, as the world narrows to the four corners of the bed. Sleep is coming, but not all at once. In the 18th century, people did not sleep straight through the night. Instead, sleep came in two parts. The first was called first sleep or dead sleep. It would last for several hours, a deep and restful phase. And then, naturally, many would awaken, not because of noise or dreams, but simply because their bodies were in rhythm with darkness. This time, between sleeps, was known as the watch. It was gentle and unhurried. Some would rise and pray. Others would sit quietly and reflect. Letters were written by candlelight. Some would talk softly with their spouses. In cities, a few might even visit neighbors for an hour of quiet company. There was no sense of urgency, no rush to fall back asleep. This space, this waking moment, was part of the night's gentle rhythm. After an hour or two, sleep would come again. This was second sleep, often lighter, filled with more dreams. The body, having rested deeply before, now drifted gently back into slumber. Outside, the world was hushed. The wind might rustle shutters, owls might call from trees, but indoors, the only sounds were soft breathing and the occasional creak of timber in the walls. Fires burned low, and dreams came slowly. Second sleep carried them until dawn, when the rooster called and the first light returned. Morning came slowly. The sun's rays slipped across wooden floors. Roosters crowed, and chimneys began to smoke once again. Sleepers stirred, stretching beneath their quilts. Water was fetched, the hearth rekindled, and breakfast slowly prepared. Dreams faded, but the calm remained. For in this time, sleep was not a luxury or something to chase. It was part of the fabric of life, respected, unhurried, and deeply human. Perhaps that is something we can still learn from, even now, even tonight. So now, as you lie here, let your mind return to that world of gentle rhythms, of twilight candles, woolen blankets, and two-part slumber. Let the night hold you, like it held them. Let your breathing grow soft. Let your thoughts become feather light. You are safe. You are warm. You are resting in the quiet history of sleep. And just like they once did, in a cottage lit only by firelight, you too can close your eyes and drift into dreams. Good night.